Top of the evening, top of the evening. Welcome to Mayhem Entertainment Podcast. Just want to come on here today, y'all, and enlighten y'all on some things of, some incarceration, how men, individuals been incarcerated, and we enter back out here in society. We have been in a place of solitude, like confinement, and we got so used to, being alone. And what I mean by being alone, is certain limitations we had, So when we enter back out here in society, we get into relationships and things of that nature, and people we get into relationships, the females we get into relationship with, they don't have no insight or knowledge on what this man went through. I'm talking about day for day. This man been alone, he's been, in solitude, he's been trying to keep a peace of mind, stay in his right state of mind. But do the woman ever think about, hey, is there anything you need to talk about? Is there anything bothering you? Is there anything we need to do to help you adjust to society? Or do they just want to argue with the man? Knowing he's been in a confinement, he's come out here with this glow, he come out here looking nice, and everybody want a fresh man, glowing, but they just looking at the outside appearance and not the inside. We're still human too, like I said, we just been in solitude, confinement, in a very lonely place, trying to keep our sanity, stay in our right state of mind. It was like we was programmed to do the same thing every day. It wasn't, unless you jumped out the box, and like I said, you can jump out the box, and but it's still gonna be a routine. But you're gonna try to jump out the box to advance your thinking, your knowledge, your intelligence while you down there as well. But for a female companionship or something like that, it's like you straddling the fence. It's like you behind a glass window trying to obtain a relationship. But like I said, once you get that one-on-one every day, and you really get to feeling the real struggle of life, and what type of struggle this man been through, but you have been in this struggle of life, you just got to take in consideration of, what's going on in this man's mind. I understand it's a saying that, the more you encourage a man, or the more you encourage a person, the more they should, elevate. But sometimes it takes a step by step. You got to crawl before you walk. You really can't apply too much pressure on no individual, about accomplishing something that, they have to put their mind to do. You got to have patience. That's one thing a person incarcerated learn, patience. You got to learn to have patience. You got to humble yourself. And a lot of individuals come out here, they humble, they have, a little bit of patience, but people don't have patience for them. So we're gonna talk more on, relationships and individuals coming out here and getting into relationships, and, hey man, it's a challenge. So y'all stay tuned. Drop your comments, like, share, and just stay tuned. We got more to come. Mayhem Entertainment Podcast. H-Time.